If we can't get to the server, we don't control the elevators, we don't control the security cameras. This operation's over before it even begins.
I'm telling you, we can get to it from outside.
We?
I'm on the computer.
And I'm just the helper.
What floor is he on?
130.
130.
That's a clip from the action blockbuster Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol starring Tom Cruise.
It's a movie you'll only be able to see in IMAX this weekend, but is it worth it? Our movie guy Aaron Lafferty has the answer to that one because this is a movie you have already seen.
Yes. It's totally worth it.
It is?
Yeah. Excuse me, I don't say this very often about, the 3D ticket price or the IMAX ticket price, but this is a movie that's really, as you saw in that clip, Tom Cruise is about to go out on top of the tallest building in the world in Dubai, and he scales. We've seen him do these stunts before in the Mission Impossible movies, but in this one he does his own stunt. He's climbing on the outside.
Of that actual, I mean, it wasn't like they photoshopped. I don't know
No.
if that's the right technical term,
No,
but
it wasn't green screened, no.
Really?
He
So
did the
he
stunts.
did it himself.
I mean, he had some wires and,
A
that they take
harness.
out, but a harness, but still, he's doing his own stunt.
He wasn't just suction cup and
Thousands of feet in the air, so.
God.
These movies are always really great. They always have great special effects, and they're always filled with so much action. And Tom Cruise, a little bit of a cutie.
What about the storyline?
It's good storyline. It kind of picks up from where the third one left off. You don't have to have seen the other ones. If you haven't, you're okay. You basically get from the beginning that Tom Cruise is the main agent here. He's the top guy at the agency. But we get right into the action, which I like because I hate waiting around. If you're going to an action movie, you want the action right away.
Right.
So there's plenty of action. You got a good cast. Plenty of people who, Oscar-worthy type performances before. Jeremy Renner's in this. Remember him from Hurt Locker. Just a good cast, good story. It's fun, it's interesting. It's 2 hours, so be ready for 2 hours. But
Yeah.
totally worth it. It's only in IMAX this weekend, and then on Tuesday night, coming up next week, then it goes to regular theaters too.
This will be #1 for sure
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the rating.
Plus the IMAX. Well, you know what? It might not be #1 because it's only in IMAX theaters, and that's only 400 theaters nationwide. So
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see how it does. It
Interesting.
should. If it's not, it will be next week.
Rated?
PG-13.
Okay. Really? So kids, teenagers?
Yeah. I mean, it's just violence and fighting and shooting and those kind of things.
Just that.
A little bit of
But I mean,
violence.
it's not
No
graphic.
nudity.
It's not graphic. It's not it's punching and shooting and things like
Okay.
that. So if you're okay with that, PG-13.
All right. The next one, actually, I'm curious about. I'm glad you've seen it. Young adults.
Yes.
Curious.
You might actually like this movie, Terry, although it is rated R, so I'll put that out there because we've got some language and adult situations. Basically, Charlize Theron plays a writer. She does young adult. That's where the name of the movie comes from, young adult novels. So she's a writer for, if you imagine books like Twilight or things like that, maybe a little bit younger age group. And she's coming back home. Patrick Wilson is her high school boyfriend, and he's now married with a child. And she's trying to rekindle that even though he's married with a child. So she's got some issues just in that concept, but she's got some issues. She was like the prom queen. She's the popular girl. She comes back home to her small town in Minnesota and is trying to kind of recapture her high school accolades.
Because she's really successful, very pretty,
Right.
but is alone.
Yes, she's a loner. She's got a lot of issues.
Okay.
A lot
of baggage along with
This
that
is
one.
hilarious to me.
Patton Oswalt, you remember from King and Queens and big fan last year. He does a good job. He's a good supporting actor, and they kind of developed this friendship that's kind of weird because he was kind of the guy that got picked on in high school, and she was the popular girl. So you've got that kind of going on.
Dynamic going
Yeah.
on. And this is only at limited theaters?
Yeah, it's only in like 6 theaters this weekend in West Michigan, North, Rivertown, Benton Harbor, Crossroads, Carousel, and then Kalamazoo, Rave, City Place in Kalamazoo. So it's like 6 theaters this weekend in West Michigan, but nationally it's wider.
Okay.
And it goes even wider next weekend.
All right.
All right, and what about Sherlock Holmes?
So Sherlock Holmes is back, Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law. This one might be #1 this weekend because it's a wider release.
Yeah.
Probably Rachel Ruiz's pick if she's watching it. We know she loves Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
Some are saying that this is actually better than the first one. Guy Ritchie is directing this one. We'll see how it does. It's been getting okay okay reviews. Basically, the two Sherlock Holmes and Watson team up to go against Professor Moriarty, who's supposed to be their biggest villain yet. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, Chipmunked.
This is the third Alvin the Chipmunks movie, and I got to be honest, I haven't seen any of them.
Okay, I gotta say, there's a huge billboard on 131 North.
There's a lot of billboards, yeah.
And my daughter, who's 13, every time we pass it, she points it and says, I want to see that.
They are so cute. I have seen the other ones.
So I'm going to probably have to give you a review on this one, Aaron.
It's rated G, so it's safe for everybody. It may not be exciting for everybody. I mean, it's a family movie. It is what it is, right?
Right, yeah.
Basically, they're going on a cruise, and they are goofing around on the boat. They fall off and end up on a desert island, a deserted island. So, well, apparently it's not so deserted, and they run into problems.
Okay, and it's only an hour and 27 minutes long, so you could suffer through that.
It's a quick one. It's rated G, so.
How could you not love that? Look at those little faces.
So cute.
So cute.
Alvin! All right, Machine Gun Preacher.
Yes, Machine Gun Preacher, you might remember the name maybe because it filmed in Michigan last summer.
Yes.
Well, parts of it were filmed in Michigan last summer. Gerard Butler plays a preacher. This is based on a true story. Not necessarily the exact true story, but based on a true story. He's a preacher who has concerns about the children in Africa and how they're being mistreated. They're in war zones. So he wants to go set up a missionary forum, a place for them to be safe away from these war zones. And, he got some good buzz on this one. Probably not an Oscar performance, but certainly one of his stronger performances of his career. Michelle Monaghan's his wife. And so a lot of the scenes shot back in the U.S. were shot in Michigan, in the Detroit area, Melvindale, Detroit, and also Wayne County Airport. And then the scenes in Africa were shot in South Africa.
Okay, one more new one out, The Guard, quickly.
The Guard, this is Brendan Gleeson, Don Cheadle. He's an Irish police officer. He's kind of confrontational, and Don Cheadle's an FBI agent. They're trying to take down an international drug smuggling ring, and so they kind of butt heads. And it's kind of a good one. Both Machine Gun Preacher and The Guard are both playing at Woodland.
Wow, that looks like a good one as well. But do you have any family-friendly rentals you're thinking about for maybe this week or this weekend?
One in theaters and one on DVD, both family-friendly movies. The Muppets, see it this week because next weekend we get the 7 new movies for the Christmas weekend. So the show times will go down. So if you don't see the Muppets this weekend,
it's going to be a little harder
it's
to do
going to be
that.
harder to find. It's one of the best family movies of the year, I think. I gave it a 7, but in reality, I was telling Christine I feel a lot even stronger about this movie.
Okay.
So go see it.
Yeah, we were wondering.
It's fun.
7.
Good songs.
And then one that's out we can rent.
Yes, Kung Fu Panda 2 just came out this week. It's a shame it didn't get nominated for a Golden Globe because it's one of the better made animated films of the year. Definitely fun to see. Not for the little kids. It is PG, but the little kids, there's some scary, darker stuff, so just be aware.
And then you also have some great stuff on your website, Laugh at the Movies, and we can also find you on YouTube.
Yes, on my YouTube
page. channel.
If you ever miss a segment, I also throw it on there, and also some of the interviews that I've done.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, it's been great to have you along today.
Yep.